Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, that's nice. That was almost applause. Thank you. It's not for me, it's for them. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back if this is your second or more time in the Institute, and welcome to our audience online. This is always weird because it's lovely to have a live audience here, but also I have to remember that we have everybody in the world of Facebook Live. So welcome, everyone, to the second of our... I'm going to take this off. Forgot to take my mask off in case anyone needs to lip read. This is the second of our summer lunchtime concerts. So anyone who is familiar with the Institute will know that the lunchtime concerts have been part of our program since 1948. I'm not expecting you to remember 1948 necessarily, but after the Second World War, or during the Second World War, I should say, there was a woman called Myra Hess who was an incredible concert pianist and arranger of music. She arranged Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring by Bach for piano. And she was a champion of young artists and writing of music. And she said that during the war, when the government had shut all of the concert halls and all of the galleries and all of the theatres, this may sound familiar, she felt it was important that music was still available to people to inspire them, because how else are you going to get through difficult times except through the power of music? And so she persuaded the bosses of the National Gallery to have daily lunchtime concerts, and she played, and she persuaded all of her friends to play, and the queues were running down the street for people to just have an hour to be able to experience music of all kinds, to just be able to refresh them and restore them to get on with their lives. So we felt very strongly in 1948 that that tradition should be continued, and hence the free lunchtime concerts. This season is exceptional because, well, there are some opportunities, if you like, that COVID has presented. I have to look at them as opportunities. Normally, at this point, where our lovely live audience is sitting, there would actually be a lot of very nervous people doing exams. Because one of the things Bishopsgate Institute does is hire out its spaces for exams, but of course they're not possible at the moment while restrictions are underway. So we've taken the opportunity that that's presented to shovel in another season of lunchtime concerts when we wouldn't normally. And those have been supported by the City of London Corporation, very much to bring to life not only our venue but our heritage and our archives. So it's fantastic to welcome back Kwake Bass today. It's the second time, I think it's the second, just the second so far, second of many hopefully, performances by Kwake Bass today, who's been inspired by our oral history archives. I'm not going to say too much more about that, and there is a digital program if you want to download it. But there are plenty of lunchtime concerts, and that's fantastic. But what we wanted for ours was to make them about our archives. And so there's a video on our website that you can see where Kwake talks a bit more about the inspiration of the archives and why he's chosen the pieces that he has. I will come back to you at the end just to do a little bit of wrap-up and asking our people in the audience if they would fill in a survey. So there's a spoiler alert for you there. We've got about 50 minutes of music. I hope you enjoy yourselves very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Kwake Bass.
Roy, R-O-Y. Saw, S-A-W-H. S-A-W-H. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm. Oh, but I have an. Oh, but I have an. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm. Oh, but I have an English passport. Oops, option in the Bahadabo. Man, oops, option in the Bahadabo. Man, oops, option in the Bahadabo. Man, born in Cuba. Does that make you an ice cube? Roy, R-O-Y, Saw, S-A-W-H, S-A-W-H. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm going on and I'm saying, but there's no such thing as an English passport. You may be English because you were born here. There's no such thing as an because you were born in England, you consider yourself English. So if your mother was from Iceland and you were born in Cuba, does that make you an ice cube? What was is when white people see black people going out with white women. My God, they used to turn their noses and their faces. But when you were in India, you went out with Indian women, children, family life, and what did you call them? You called them... You came to South Africa, you had children with black women, and what do you call them? Coloreds. You married, you had affairs with local women, and what do you call the kids? Mulattoes. Now we've come home, we're going out with English women, not because they're English, because they probably fell in love with each other. The the most racist words in the English dictionary. And they didn't like it. And that's why Hyde Park to me was very important, because we got our messages over. Roy.
But I have an English passport and I'm going on a thing. But there's no such thing as an English passport. You may be English because you were born here, but you have a British passport. There's no such thing as it because you were born here. Why is so hard to take your mother was the Meister and you were born in England? White people see black people who are not the white woman. I go there for 10 years old because they take me. And I'm going. But when you were in India, you were talking to women. You make children. You have a family life. And what did you call them? You call them Anglo-Indian. Black women. What do you call them? Anglo-Indian. Into the West Indies, you married, you have a slave, you do some woman, and what do you call it? Now we come. And what you put in the board of God, the one who made the world to make it fit us. Maybe like it. That's why I thought to be with the people when my rescue came to people who are under the power of the ancient those, they did authentic human rights. But then came my dad to think that all the time. But it's not a minute, but it's not a But he was what I was told. When he was from the Methodist Church, and the Methodist Church, I noticed that he was very helpful in it. And they were very liberal and helpful. And that we had no problem with which was supported and which doesn't be liberal, but because religion was not going to
Roy, R-O-Y, Saw, S-A-W-H. S-A-W-H. Oh, but I have an English passport, and I'm going on and saying, but there's no such thing as an English passport. You may be English because you were born here, but you have a British passport. There's no such thing as an English. Because you were born in England, you consider yourself English. So I used to ask them, if your mother was from Iceland and you were born in Cuba, does that make you an ice cube? And what was worse is when white people see black people going out with white women. My God, they used to turn their noses and their faces. And I'm going, well, when you were in India, you went out with Indian women. You made children. You had a family life. And what did you call them? You called them Anglo-Indians. You came to South Africa. You had children with black women. And what do you call them? Coloreds. You came to the West Indies. You married. You had affairs with local women. And what do you call the kids? Mulattoes. Now we've come home We're going out with English women, not because they're English, because they probably fell in love with each other. And what we produce you call half-caste, the most racist words in the English dictionary. And they didn't like it. And that's why Hyde Park to me was very important, because we got our messages over.
The moment you cancel people, you are under the moral obligation to do it. That is a basic human right.
He's wearing a clothes here, look at him.
My friend,
He's just a brother outside. And he's dragging you into his bloody life. Give all the stuff to him. He's nobody can't be like him. A communist
Very liberal in their approach, because we had no problem with which God you supported or which religion you belonged to, because religion was not a issue. Because if it was for religion, there's a hell of a lot of black people who are Christians. There's a lot of Indians who are Christians. So if religion was the answer, we wouldn't have had a problem. But religion didn't solve a problem. It was to do with color. It was how you looked. And you know, no matter where you go in those days, if you weren't white, you were black. And I used to say to the audience, you can't hate us because we are black. I think you're jealous of us. Because every year when you get your 2 weeks holiday, where do you go? You go to Spain, you go to the beaches, you lie in Hyde Park, trying to get the color you hate. Come on, something must be wrong with you. It can't be the color. You must be jealous of us. But that was the humorous side in which you had to, in order to keep an audience. Because don't forget, you can have the best information in the world. If you don't have an audience to hold it, so you can tell them, your understanding, because my understanding of history is not always right, or my interpretation, but to tell them your interpretation of history, you have to have people there.
and I'll tell you why. I don't believe in privatization, because it is the incentive to personal greed.
There's nothing wrong
Whereas
with
the
being one up
incentive
from
to...
everybody else.
My friend, did you hear that? I'll say it again. Privatization is the incentive to greed. Why would you want to put money into telecom unless you are going to get a profit out of it?
Why not? If I want to
Exactly.
make more money, I'll make more money.
Our friend is a typical... Yeah, but let me just answer that. The answer is this. That a society which endeavors to produce the goods for the majority by the exploitation of the greed of a minority is a society I don't want to live in. I want to live in a society where the benefits of telecom are shared by those who need those benefits, not by those who have ready cash at the moment to privatize an industry which I promise you will be far worse off when it is privatized. And this is another point.
In your opinion.
In my opinion. Well, whose opinion do you want?
You're not to say that.
Of course it's my opinion. And I'll go on making that as my opinion. Just a bit.
books. Did you know? No women, no world. You don't know that. I
Can I get all the simps really loud in there? This next bit. All of the channels. Everything.
Come and stand in my knees in a story! Yeah, you dumb and parasite, you must be! I thought you saw your left to your boy. This man who was up here just now, he's the biggest winner in London! I tell you all now, listen to me now! If he gets blamed, now I want to tell you about it. Hello, Dexter. Come forward, your brother. Come forward. Sweep back on these branches where they came from. Now shut up now, please. Now what I'm going to say now.
And then he got the talk to the block. Now, Billy Graham is the organisation now under investigation in the US I reckon Billy Graham is a fraud. And if Billy Graham, if I am proved wrong, I do not believe in life after death, God, devils, and all the rest of the bullshit. But I believe this. If Billy Graham is right in what he says, and there is a life after death, and there is a heaven and a hell, I know that I'll see Billy Graham in hell. Because he give any idea of where you're going to heaven. What do you think, Jimmy Carter? What can you think of a man who was ran and fucking against for 30 years to become president of the United States? Yes, you'd have to be mad. And what the hell? The woman doesn't mind going to the big house, she doesn't mind hustling, she doesn't mind walking to her feet, but she's got a way on the way. So a big baby, she can have to give me gifts for what you say. Well, have a fun. Well, have a fun. I've got my
try to live there?
Why should we want?
Why should we try to continue living?
Well, the gentleman here is now taking up the right to see the problem now is, unless you know which is going to put it back into your life, you're going to become more and more dependent upon the use of entertainment, television, bingo, drugs. See, before long, the great majority of people will be allowed to escape into clouds of cool land to see which is the psychedelic or the drug one. See? Well, reality will no longer be down here. Reality will be in the dream state. As it is for quite a large number of people. The upper class, for instance, most of them live in the dreamland. They're alcoholic, drugs, some form or another, in the upper class. They can afford it. Well, that's why they're upper class. Oh, you're telling me, if you had the income, you've got an economic problem. Whereas they have the problem of poverty. You see, here in Britain we're poor. Well, what else can we be? We're the most successful people on the earth. We've ruled everything. Most of the English race, and most of the peoples on the earth speak English of one kind and another. English is a universal language. The great majority of people have been conditioned to work, which is the supreme British contribution to the primitive savages. We make the swords work. And in Africa, they're struggling to work. They're not living tribal life. They're not living tribal life. Right.
They work better than you do. Africans.
No,
it's just the women pretending it's nice to please the men because they like it if they think that the women's enjoying it, see?
So you don't enjoy sex with men?
Oh, definitely not. No,
You prefer sex with your vibration?
Any woman here enjoys sex with men? No. Any English women?
That the world, our society will build a better world for people, black, white, or whatever, to have a reasonably healthy lifestyle. I think the money governments are spending on war and trying to develop drones and weapons and guns, if all those technological development can be utilized for the benefit of mankind, to make the world a safe and happy place, because look at the wars that are going on. Sorry. And I think that most of the wars are going on greed. What I don't understand with the West is they all had empires. The whole of Europe had empires in Africa, Asia, wherever. Those people, some countries, are doing reasonably well. But most countries in the world, we have people in 2013, where there is enough food to feed everybody, yet you have people starving today. So many children are dying every day because of starvation. What kind of a world are we living in? I hope one day people will wake up. Okay, I'm not saying everybody should give to charity, because they themselves have their own families to look after and their own lifestyle to live. But I think society, governments, you cannot preach one thing and practice another thing. You cannot talk about civilized society, civilized behavior, and you as a government are doing the opposite. I mean, look at the bankers in this country. Look at the bonuses, the millions they are collecting, and yet the banks, and this I'm talking about banks that owe their survival to taxpayers money. How can that be morally right? But then probably the world in which I live in, morality doesn't exist. I hope the world, Roy, R-O-Y,
Hola, them ones. Biscuit, Harris on the flute. 1/4 of Speaker's Corner Quartet. Another quarter so of Speaker's Corner Quartet. That's our band that we're playing. We're playing an instrumental quartet called Speaker's Corner. All the audio you heard, kind of over the top of everything, was from Speaker's Corner, from the kind people at Bishopsgate Institute who gave me some access to kind of just delve into their audio archives. So I thought it was very fitting, because our band's called Speaker's Corner Quartet, to just delve into that, and I thought I had a great time, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, big up Bishopsgate for that.
Yeah.
And that was all just a kind of response to me listening, at first just listening to it, but also in the room. So there's a lot of audio that I hadn't heard either in that, but I just wanted to take the bits that I remembered from listening to everything and just kind of have a similar feeling of what's going on here. So safe for coming with us, and big up. Free speech.
Yeah, man, love.
Keep it going.
That was phenomenal. Thank you so much. And also, that's another way to experience our archive. You can obviously come in person and book a space and consult it for yourselves, but I love what you did with that. And I love the fact that we will have it on YouTube and on Facebook so people can experience it again afterwards and actually listen to the individual pieces as well. So thank you so much for that. That's fantastic. So Quake's second concert with us, and hopefully not our last. That was phenomenal. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Those of you who are in the hall, I don't think I said earlier on how special it is for us to have a live audience again. If you would like to join us for our next concert on the 18th of June, which is a duet called Balladest, you can book your free place online, as these lovely people here did, or you can join us on Facebook Live. Those who joined us today, we'd be so grateful if you would just respond to the very quick survey that we're going to send you. We're still trying to get this right in terms of distancing, how to make sure you're feeling comfortable, that kind of thing, so you'd be really helping us. The final thing I would say is that these concerts are free because it's really important to us that the music is made available for free to the audience, but they're not free to put on, as you can imagine. So if you've enjoyed the concert today or our other concerts, or you'd like to support our work, we'd be very grateful for any donation that you could give us. It's always the difficult bit to say at the end of a gig, but if you would like to and you're in the hall, we have a couple of contactless donation points at the exit. My lovely colleague Rosie is actually waving her arms. You can't see it at the moment in the dark, but there's a green glow if you look behind you, and you can see those are the contactless devices that will take £3 from your card or more if you would like. If you're online, then please go to bishopsgate.org.uk and go to the Give section. We'd be immensely grateful. So thank you once again to Quake for a phenomenal concert and a phenomenal interpretation of our archive, which is what makes these concerts so unique to us. Thank you to the City of London for your support. Thank you to the audience here and the audience online. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much.